As a professional dog training business owner, you use dog psychology every day to get dogs to do what you want them to do. But the truth is that when selling your dog training programs, you also need to have a very good understanding of human psychology. And today, we're going to explore that a little bit by talking about one of the techniques that is frequently used by master dog training business owners to sell their dog training programs. It's called the takeaway. And I'm going to explain exactly how you can use it to make more sales with your dog training business. Hi, I'm Adam Katz for DogTrainerToolbox.com. Before we get into it, a word from our sponsors. Hey, it's this guy, Adam Katz for DogTrainerToolbox.com. I want to talk to you today real quick about our Done For You Dog Training Business website. It doesn't make sense to be spending thousands of dollars a month on pay-per-click traffic or even the organic SEO traffic that you're getting or your truck graphics or whatever you're doing to get traffic to your website if that website doesn't convert. My basic premise is this: if you can go from 1 in 10 people landing on your website and picking up the phone and calling you to 1 in 5, what happens is you've just doubled your revenue without having to spend any more money. Now, we're able to do that with our Done For You Dog Training Business website. Again, you can read more at dogtrainertoolbox.com because it incorporates tested and proven copy, which is the persuasive text. Everything from benefit-oriented headline and subheadline, a strong call to action, a clear offer, testimonial, social proof, and a conversion optimized layout that makes it very, very seductive to any dog owner who lands on your website to pick up the phone and call you or fill out the contact form if it's in the middle of the night. If you'd like to learn more about that, check out dogtrainertoolbox.com and click on the box in the upper middle section or somewhere on there. Done For You Dog Training Business website. That's the one you want to click on. If you read through that entire page, there's an explainer page. It talks about everything you need to know about having a website, a dog training business website that converts cold traffic into hot leads. Hey, thanks for sitting through that. Now, let's get on to the elements of the takeaway. The takeaway is a basic psychological principle rooted in the fact that a lot of times we want something more if it runs away from us, and we want something less if it chases after us. That's just basic human psychology. I don't know why it is. It seems to be the same with dogs. You probably noticed if you're training a dog to come, if you chase after the dog, the dog wants to run away more. If you run away from the dog after you've gotten his initial attention, it stimulates the dog's chase drive and he wants to chase after you. That's the same thing that we want to do with dog owners when they come in and they sit through our pitch. So I don't always use this, but I will use it if I encounter resistance, if I encounter pushback. And a lot of times this happens with a dog owner who tends to be a little bit arrogant or headstrong. And generally speaking, in the course of the pitch, they might say something like, yeah, I've trained dogs before. I can do everything you just described, myself. I don't really need this, or, there's some other people in town and I might want to talk to them first. And, any type of resistance. And how are you going to deal with that? You're going to just kind of agree and amplify. So I might say something like, yeah, I totally understand. There are other dog training programs out there. There are very good programs out there. And our program may not be right for you. I mean, let's face it, it's expensive. Now, it's expensive because it actually works. That is one of the differentiating factors. But also, it might not be right for you because our program is really tailored towards people who want to get their dog to listen to them anywhere they go, even around other dogs, even around other cats, even around food, even around tennis balls. And they want to get maximum results in minimal time. So that's not really important to you. This program may not be right for you. And then just stop, right? Let them say the next thing. Either they're going to say one of two things. They're going to say, yeah, you're right. See you later. Hardly ever happens. Or it puts them in the position of having to come up with reasons as to why they might actually want to work with you. And that's what we wanted all along. We want them to come up with their own reasons. Now, most people, and again, this is one of the benefits of having your own facility, because most people who have to load up the kids and the dog into their minivan, drive across town get the dog and the kids out of the minivan, come into your training facility. At that point, they've really demonstrated a lot of intent, right? So you're going to get less pushback because they've already demonstrated that they've jumped through these hoops to come and listen to your pitch, and they want a dog training program. So you get less of this if you have your own facility, or if you're working, let's say, the way that I did with my first dog training business. We meet people out at a local park, which worked because we were in Southern California and the weather was great. But they were kind of coming to me, more or less. And so those people have a higher level of intent. They demonstrate a higher level of intent, but sometimes they just they want to give you a shit test. Or maybe they're just on the fence and you need to use that takeaway technique to get them off the fence and signing on the dotted line. So again, instead of chasing, you're going to pull it back. Another way of doing that is saying, hey, listen, I totally understand there are other programs out there. Obviously, I feel ours is the best. And the reality is I've only got space for another 3 clients, and we've got 17 days left in the rest of the month. So I'm not even sure if I would be able to sign you right now, or you'd have to wait. Our program is really designed for those who want to get their dog to listen to them anywhere they go. So, even if there's another dog or a cat or a tennis ball or a piece of food, and people who want maximum results in minimal time. If none of that's important to you, then by all means. But this is what we're offering. And again, you just kind of shut up. Now you don't have to use exactly the words that I used. In fact, it's been at least 7 years since we sold the third of our 3 dog training businesses, and I'm a little bit rusty on this. So I'm not as smooth as I would have been. But if you understand that concept, you can very easily work it into the conversation at that point where you start experiencing a little bit of resistance, and mildly and slightly and subtly insinuate that you're going to take the opportunity away from them because that makes them want it more. It doesn't always work, but I can tell you it works about 80 to 90% of the time, and it works really, really well. So play around with it, practice it. It's an amazing technique. Again, we want what we can't have. We chase after things that we want that run away from us. And when something's chasing us, especially if they're chasing us too aggressively, we tend to want to run away from that opportunity, right? So you don't want to put yourself in the position of pursuing the client or the prospective client too hard. Be a little bit coy about it. And if you experience resistance, that's when you implement the takeaway. Hey, thanks for watching. Again, I'm Adam Katz for dogtrainertoolbox.com. See you in the next one, guys.